Welcome to today's Explainer. We're exploring a totally fascinating story today, one that completely redefines how we think about wealth, skills, and problem solving. I want you to picture this. You're sitting in a treehouse with three of your best friends, and you are facing a massive financial dilemma. There's a neighborhood mural project coming up, and you desperately need something to make your mark. Okay, so let's dive into this. This is the exact situation our four main characters, Leo, Maya, Sam, and Chloe, find themselves in. They're facing what they dramatically call the Great Art Supply Crisis. They desperately want the mega colossal super sketch and paint set. I mean, it has everything. Charcoal pencils, heavy-duty watercolor paper, the whole shebang. The only problem, it costs exactly $25. Maya checked her piggy bank and found lint, a shiny button, and some ancient chewing gum. Sam spent his last allowance on bike brake cables. They are completely, undeniably broke. Which brings us to Section 1. Unlocking your human capital, the ultimate paradigm shift. This is exactly where 9-year-old Chloe steps in with her trusty clipboard and just completely changes the game. She brilliantly frames their lack of cash not as a permanent failure, but as a temporary mathematical problem. She tells them, hey, we shouldn't be looking at our empty pockets, we need to look at our assets. Now, Leo thinks she means physical things, like their hammock with a hole in it. But Chloe is talking about something way more valuable. What's really interesting here is the specific, unique, everyday skills each of these four kids already possesses. Sam, he's a hands-on mechanic who fixes bicycle chains all week long. Maya is an incredibly talented artist who totally understands watercolor gradients. Leo is an ambitious leader who, despite having a notoriously messy room, knows exactly how to organize systems. And Chloe, well, she can color code a business plan in seconds. Chloe introduces the group to a really powerful economic concept, and she defines it perfectly. She explains that human capital isn't some robot factory out in the world. It's you. It's the knowledge, talents, abilities, and skills that you literally carry around inside your own head and hands. Chloe shows them that these internal skills are essentially untapped wealth, just waiting to be used. They don't need to sit around waiting for allowance day. Their skills are their money, waiting to be unlocked. So, Section 2. Building a token economy, translating skills to currency. Let's see how this actually builds into real-world action. The kids take this newfound understanding of human capital and figure out how to monetize it right there in their own neighborhood. They start a microeconomy and dub it the Skill Swap Clubhouse. To make this actually work, they have to understand labor. And labor is simply using your energy and skills to do work for others in exchange for value. This gets put to the test immediately when a neighborhood kid named Toby shows up with a jammed bicycle chain. Now, Sam doesn't just fix it for free, and he actually refuses Toby's offer of chocolate chip cookies. Instead, Sam uses his labor to teach Toby how to use a lever technique to fix the chain without getting his hands covered in black grease. Sam trades his labor for value. But here's the catch. How do you measure that value without cash? Well, the kids invent their own currency, using heavy cardboard cut into colorful hexagonal chips. They call them skill tokens. And the math here is brilliantly simple. One skill token equals exactly 30 minutes of instruction or labor. This creates a really solid standard. If someone wants to learn a skill, it costs a token. If they don't have one, no problem. They can earn it by sweeping the clubhouse floor or trading skills of their own. Moving right along to Section 3, specialization and scaling up, working smarter together. As the afternoon rush begins, the kids naturally fall into a highly efficient business structure. Without even realizing it at first, they discover the economic concept of division of labor, organizing themselves to maximize their output. This is a brilliant illustration of the power of specialization. By breaking down their services into distinct roles, nobody is running around trying to do everything. Sam handles the mechanics. Maya runs these little masterclasses on watercolor blending for the younger kids. Leo takes on organization, and Chloe proudly claims the title of administrative economist, managing the ledger and booking appointments. Specialization allows each person to focus strictly on what they do best, and it makes the whole operation incredibly efficient. To see how this plays out practically, let's look at Leo's messy room bootcamp. Leo realizes his talking and organizing skills are highly marketable, so he marches over to his friend Marcus's totally chaotic bedroom and introduces the 3-box method. Step 1, keep. Step 2, donate. Step 3, trash. If an item doesn't fit those 3 immediately, it goes into a temporary holding zone. Under Leo's strict guidance, Marcus actually cleans his entire room in 20 minutes flat and gladly hands over a token. Turns out, organization is capital. By the middle of the day, they reach milestone 1. They empty their token jars onto a wooden crate and tally it all up. Their specialized services yielded great results. Maya earned 5 tokens for art, Sam got 4 for bike repair, Leo secured 4 for his boot camp, and Chloe earned 3 for her management. Collectively, that's 16 tokens. But remember, the Mega Colossal Super Sketch and Paint set costs 25 tokens. They're still short.
So they need to scale up. And Chloe comes up with a genius corporate expansion strategy. She introduces the franchise model. Instead of just working harder themselves, they turn their successful students, like Toby and Lily, into junior instructors. When Toby teaches his little brother how to pump a bike tire, Toby earns a cut, and the clubhouse earns a percentage. They aren't just trading time anymore, they're multiplying human capital, making the whole neighborhood wealthier in knowledge while speeding toward their 25 token goal.
Section 4, the rainy day pivot, adapting to market crisis. Because just as their franchise model is really taking off, disaster strikes. A sudden, heavy rainstorm opens up. Those outdoor art classes, ruined. The driveway bike repairs, done. The weather threatens to completely shut down their entire operation and drop their earnings to zero. But Chloe reminds them, every economic crisis presents a new market demand. Kids are stuck inside, they're bored, and parents desperately need them entertained. So they execute a rapid pivot. They contrast their outdoor model with brand new indoor services. Suddenly, they're offering board game coaching, virtual indoor sketching challenges over group chat, and indoor toy repair. They prove that true human capital isn't reliant on good weather, it is totally adaptable. During this frantic pivot, Marcus comes to them with a broken chessboard and a missing piece, super worried that family game night is ruined. Sam doesn't just fix the board, he grabs some scrap pine and hand carves a brand new wooden chess rook in exactly 10 minutes. He instantly earns 2 tokens. And as Leo points out to an amazed Marcus, this isn't magic. It's an investment in themselves. It's human capital, literally saving the day. Which brings us to Section 5, the ultimate payoff, reaping the rewards of labor. Finally, the rain stops and the late afternoon sun breaks through. The kids gather around their wooden crate one last time to tally their final earnings for the day. The indoor pivot was a massive success, but the big question is, did it put them over the edge? Yes, it absolutely did. Through hard work, their clever franchise model, and that strategic rainy day pivot, they completely crushed their 25 token goal. Chloe finishes up the math and reveals they earned an incredible 32 tokens. They have more than enough to get the art set, plus some extra canvases for the mural project. Now, of course, Mr. Gable at the local hobby store doesn't accept cardboard chips, so the kids execute the final economic step. They cash out their local currency with their parents, who, by the way, are absolutely thrilled to support this educational business venture, exchanging the tokens for $25 in real cash. They march down to the hobby shop, present the cash to a very impressed Mr. Gable, and finally secure that mega colossal super sketch and paint set. The absolute most crucial point is summarized beautifully when they return to the treehouse and finally open the art set. Chloe shares this profound realization about everything they've just accomplished. She says, money is a tool that measures the value of the skills, time, and effort you share with the world. Think about that. They didn't just wait around for a handout, they created value using what they already knew how to do. Money was just the reflection of that value. Let's just take a quick moment to summarize the core microeconomic principles we've covered today, because it's a lot of great stuff. We saw human capital utilized through untapped everyday skills. We saw a highly functional token economy, where time equaled currency. We witnessed specialization through their division of labor, making them incredibly efficient. And we saw market adaptability in real time, when the rain forced their genius indoor pivot. But you know what I love most? They don't stop there. As the sun sets, they immediately start planning Season 2. Leo decides he wants to learn to code computer games. Sam wants to learn woodworking. Maya wants to tackle digital photography. By diversifying their skill sets, they are continuously learning and building immense economic resilience. They intuitively understand that investing in learning grows their absolute most important asset, their minds. And this explainer brings us to a vital, highly personal question for you to consider right now. Look at your own life, your own hobbies, and your own everyday problem-solving abilities. Your skills are an asset, and once you realize that, the possibilities to create value in the world are truly endless. So I have to ask, what hidden human capital are you sitting on right now?